Respect is not something we demand, it is something we inspire. Every single one of us has the deep desire to be valued, to be heard, and to be respected, not just for what we do, but for who we are. Psychology teaches us that respect is not built through force or fear, but through influence, presence, and the way we make others feel. When you truly understand the science of human behavior, you can naturally attract respect without even asking for it. So today, I want to share with you 5 powerful psychological secrets that will make people respect you instantly and deeply. The first secret is confidence without arrogance. People are naturally drawn to confidence because it signals certainty, strength, and trustworthiness. But there's a fine line between confidence and arrogance. Confidence is silent. It doesn't need to shout. It doesn't need to prove anything. Arrogance, on the other hand, is loud, insecure, and pushes people away. Respect comes when you walk into a room not needing approval but bringing value. Stand tall, make eye contact, speak with clarity, and own your presence. When you believe in yourself without belittling others, people can't help but respect you. The second secret is the power of listening. Most people think respect is earned by speaking well, but psychology tells us the opposite. People respect those who make them feel heard. When you listen, not just with your ears, but with your heart, you send a powerful signal: you matter. Avoid interrupting, nod with understanding, ask thoughtful questions, and repeat back what you've understood. Listening builds trust, and trust is the foundation of respect. Remember, this people may forget what you say, but they will never forget how you made them feel. The third secret is consistency of character. We respect people we can predict. If one day you're kind, the next day rude, one day reliable, the next day flaky, people won't take you seriously. Psychology shows that consistency signals integrity, and integrity is magnetic. When your actions align with your words, when your behavior matches your values, people know they can count on you. That reliability earns you respect more than any title or position ever could. The fourth secret is mastering your emotional control. Nothing destroys respect faster than losing your temper over small things. People admire those who can stay calm under pressure, who can respond instead of react. Emotional intelligence is one of the highest forms of strength. When you control your emotions, you show maturity, wisdom, and discipline. You become the kind of person others look up to in difficult situations because you're steady when everyone else is shaking. Respect flows naturally to those who demonstrate self-control. And finally, the fifth secret is adding value wherever you go. Respect is earned when people feel better because of your presence. That could mean offering encouragement, sharing useful knowledge, or simply making someone's day lighter with positivity. People respect givers, not takers. When you focus on contribution instead of recognition, respect chases you instead of you chasing it. So, my friends, remember this. Respect is not a demand, it's a reward. It is not given by force, it is earned by presence. Walk with quiet confidence, listen deeply, live with consistency, master your emotions, and add value to every life you touch. When you embody these 5 psychological secrets, you won't have to ask for respect. You will naturally inspire it. Because at the end of the day, respect is not about how loudly people praise you. It's about how deeply they trust you, admire you, and believe in you when you're not even in the room. Confidence is one of the most powerful qualities a person can carry, but here's the truth. There's a big difference between real confidence and arrogance. People can spot the difference instantly. Arrogance repels people, while true confidence attracts them. If you want respect, if you want people to take you seriously, then confidence without arrogance is the secret key that unlocks doors everywhere you go. Think about this. When someone walks into a room with quiet confidence, everyone notices. They don't have to shout. They don't have to brag. They don't have to prove anything. Their energy says it all. Confidence is not about being the loudest person in the room. It's about being the calmest person who knows exactly who they are and where they are going. It's about being centered, grounded, and secure in yourself. On the other hand, arrogance is insecurity in disguise. Arrogant people talk too much about themselves because deep down they are unsure. They try to dominate conversations, belittle others, or exaggerate their accomplishments just to feel important. That doesn't earn respect. It earns resentment. People respect confidence because it shows strength. They avoid arrogance because it shows weakness. So how do you build confidence without arrogance? First, it starts with self-belief. You have to remind yourself daily that you are worthy, capable, and valuable, not because you're perfect, but because you're committed to growth. Confidence is born from preparation and self-awareness. When you know your strengths, acknowledge your weaknesses, and still move forward with courage, people will naturally admire you. Second, confidence without arrogance means you don't have to push others down to lift yourself up. A truly confident person celebrates others' success without feeling threatened. They can stand tall without stepping on anyone else's shoulders. That humility, combined with selfish assurance, creates a powerful presence that commands respect. Third, confidence shows up in your body language. Stand tall, shoulders back, maintain eye contact, and speak clearly. Psychology proves that people respond more to your nonverbal cues than your words. When your posture shows strength, your presence demands respect before you even speak. But remember, confidence is not a mask you wear. It is the reflection of how you feel about yourself inside. And here's something important. Confidence grows with action. The more you push yourself out of your comfort zone, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, every time you do something you were afraid of, every time you persist when quitting was easier, you grow stronger. That inner strength radiates outward as confidence. So if you want to earn respect, don't try to impress people with arrogance. Inspire them with confidence. Walk into every room with a calm certainty, not to show that you are better than anyone else, but to show that you are comfortable being yourself. People don't respect arrogance, but they deeply admire those who are grounded, humble, and unshakably confident. True confidence doesn't need validation. It doesn't need applause. It speaks through your presence, your actions, and the quiet strength of knowing exactly who you are. That's what makes people respect you. Most people believe that respect comes from speaking well, from having the sharpest words, the most persuasive arguments, or the loudest voice in the room. But psychology tells us something very different. Respect often comes not from talking, but from listening. The truth is, people don't remember every word you say, but they will always remember how you made them feel. And nothing makes a person feel more valued than being truly heard. Listening is not just about keeping quiet while someone else speaks. Real listening is about being present, showing genuine interest, and giving the other person the gift of your full attention. Think about how rare that is today. Most people are distracted, checking their phones, waiting for their turn to talk, or already forming a reply instead of understanding. But when you listen deeply, you stand out immediately. You send a powerful signal, you matter. Your voice matters, I respect you, and in return they respect you. Psychology shows us that when people feel heard, their brain releases positive emotions of trust and connection. This is why good listeners are admired, trusted, and respected in every environment, whether it's in friendships, workplaces, or leadership. People are naturally drawn to those who create a safe space for them to open up. So how do you practice the power of listening? First, give your full presence. When someone speaks, put aside distractions, maintain eye contact, and nod to show you're engaged. Your body language communicates respect even before your words do. Second, listen to understand, not to respond. Too often we listen only to prepare our answer. But respect is built when you genuinely seek to understand what the other person is saying. Ask clarifying questions, reflect back what you've heard, and show empathy. This proves you are not just hearing them, but valuing their perspective. Third, resist the urge to interrupt or correct. Let people finish their thoughts. Sometimes, respect is as simple as allowing others the space to express themselves fully without judgment. Even if you disagree, listening first builds a bridge of respect. that makes your own words carry more weight when it's your turn to speak. The most influential leaders, the most respected mentors, and the most trusted friends are not always the ones with the most powerful voices. They are the ones with the most patient ears. Listening is not weakness, it is strength. It requires humility to set aside your ego, to silence your thoughts, and to make another person's world the focus of your attention. And here's the beautiful part: when you listen, you learn. Every person you meet knows something you don't. Every story carries wisdom. Every perspective holds a lesson. By listening, you not only gain respect, but also knowledge that can transform your own life. So, remember this: if you want to earn respect, don't try to dominate conversations. Instead, create space for others to be heard. Respect is not built by how much you say, it is built by how much you care. Listening is not just a skill, it is a superpower. And when you master it, people won't just respect your words, they will respect you. Respect is never earned through one big gesture or a single powerful moment. It is built day by day through consistency of character. People don't respect you because of what you do once. They respect you because of what you do repeatedly. Consistency is the foundation of trust, and trust is the foundation of respect. Without it, nothing lasts. Think about the people you respect most in your own life. Chances are they are not perfect, but what sets them apart is that you can rely on them. You know who they are, you know what they stand for, and you know they'll show up the same way whether times are good or difficult. That predictability, that alignment between words and actions, is what makes people admire them. Psychology teaches us that humans crave certainty. We respect people who are steady, reliable, and consistent because they give us something we can count on in a world full of change and uncertainty. When you're consistent, people don't have to guess who you are today versus who you'll be tomorrow. You build a reputation not by chance, but by repetition. Consistency of character means living your values, even when no one is watching. It means keeping your word, even when it's inconvenient. It means treating people with the same level of respect, whether they're the CEO of a company or the cleaner of the building. That kind of steady character earns more respect than titles, wealth, or achievements ever could. Now, here's the challenge. Anyone can be consistent when life is easy, but true respect comes when you remain consistent in difficult times, when you're under pressure, when you're tempted to cut corners, when no one would notice if you quit. That's when your character is tested. People are watching how you respond, and your consistency in those moments determines whether they see you as trustworthy or not. Consistency doesn't mean perfection. It means authenticity. It means showing up as your true self over and over again without putting on masks to please others. If you say you value honesty, be honest consistently. If you say you're committed to growth, work on yourself consistently. If you say you care about people, treat them with kindness consistently. Over time, this builds a legacy of respect that no single action could create. And here's the truth: inconsistency destroys respect faster than failure ever will. If you promise but don't deliver, if you preach but don't practice, if you shine in public but crumble in private, people notice. They may not call it out, but deep down, their respect for you fades. On the other hand, even if you stumble, if you consistently get back up and stay aligned with your values, people will admire your resilience. So if you want to earn respect, commit to being consistent. Be the person others can rely on. Let your actions match your words. Let your character remain steady, and let your values guide you every single day. Because at the end of the day, respect is not given to those who impress once. It is given to those who show up again and again with integrity and authenticity. Consistency of character doesn't just make people respect you, it makes them trust you, follow you, and believe in you. And that is the deepest form of respect you can ever earn. One of the fastest ways to gain or lose respect is through the way you handle your emotions. Think about it. When someone loses their temper over small things, when they react impulsively, when they let anger or frustration take control, people immediately start to see them as weak, unstable, or unreliable. But when someone stays calm under pressure, when they respond instead of react, when they maintain composure even in chaos, suddenly Everyone looks up to them with respect. That is the power of emotional control. Psychology shows us that emotional intelligence, the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions, is one of the strongest predictors of respect and leadership. People admire those who don't let emotions rule them. They admire those who stay steady when everyone else is shaking, because in moments of stress, calmness is leadership and emotional control is strength. Mastering your emotions doesn't mean suppressing them or pretending you don't feel anything. It means acknowledging them, understanding them, and then choosing the best response instead of letting emotions dictate your actions. For example, when someone criticizes you, arrogance lashes back. Insecurity shuts down, but emotional control listens, filters the truth from the noise, and responds wisely. That earns respect. Let's be real. Anyone can stay calm when life is easy. But true respect comes when you can keep your composure when life is difficult. When others are panicking, but you're thinking clearly. When others are angry, but you're responding with patience. When others are overwhelmed, but you're offering solutions instead of complaints. That's when people look at you and think, this is someone I can trust. The key is to create space between your emotion and your reaction. When you feel triggered, pause, take a breath. Remind yourself that you control your response, not the other way around. That moment of pause is where your power lies. It allows you to act with intention instead of impulse, and people respect those who act with wisdom, not those who explode with rage. Another important part of emotional control is empathy. When you can regulate your own emotions, you're more capable of understanding others' emotions. Instead of being offended, you can see their perspective. Instead of reacting harshly, you can respond with compassion. This doesn't make you weak, it makes you incredibly strong, because it takes strength to stay kind in a world that often tests your patience. Leaders who master emotional control inspire trust. Friends who master emotional control become anchors in difficult times. Partners who master emotional control create harmony instead of conflict. No matter who you are, when you control your emotions, you elevate the way people see you. So remember this, your emotions are powerful, but they don't have to control you. You are not weak for feeling anger, frustration, or fear, but you are powerful when you choose not to be ruled by them. People don't respect those who explode. They respect those who remain steady. Mastering your emotions is mastering yourself. And when you master yourself, the world has no choice but to respect you. If there is one golden rule that guarantees respect in every room you walk into, it's this: always add value wherever you go. Respect is not something you chase. It's something that chases you when people realize their lives are better because of your presence. And the truth is, psychology shows us that human beings naturally respect and admire those who contribute, uplift, and make a difference without expecting anything in return. Adding value doesn't mean you need to be rich, powerful, or famous. Value can be as simple as encouragement, as meaningful as wisdom, or as practical as a helping hand. Think about the people you admire the most. They probably didn't just talk about themselves. They gave you something. Maybe they inspired you, maybe they taught you, maybe they supported you when you needed it. That's why you respect them, and you can be that person for others. The mistake many people make is walking into situations thinking, what can I get? But the ones who earn respect walk in asking, what can I give? That shift in mindset changes everything. Instead of being a taker, you become a giver. And people respect givers because givers make the world lighter, brighter, and better. So, how do you add value wherever you go? First, through encouragement. In a world where negativity is loud, a simple word of genuine encouragement can change someone's entire day. When you recognize people's efforts, when you cheer them on, when you see their potential, you instantly stand out as someone they respect and admire. Second, you add value by sharing knowledge or wisdom. You don't need to know everything, but if you've learned lessons through experience, pass them on. Help others avoid mistakes you once made. Share insights that can help someone move forward. Respect flows to those who generously teach without arrogance. Third, you add value through presence. Sometimes it's not about what you say or do. It's about simply showing up when people need you, being reliable, being a safe space, being someone people can count on. That's one of the most valuable things you can ever give. And finally, you add value by spreading positivity. The energy you bring to a room matters. If you bring joy, hope, and optimism, people will always respect you because you leave them better than you found them. No one respects constant complainers or people who drain energy, but everyone respects those who radiate strength, kindness, and positivity. Here's the secret: when you focus on adding value, respect becomes a byproduct. You don't have to beg for it, you don't have to demand it. It just comes, because people always remember how you made their lives better, and that kind of respect lasts longer than titles, money, or popularity. So the next time you enter a room, don't ask yourself, how can I stand out? Ask yourself, how can I lift others up? Because the truth is simple. If you want respect, add value. If you want admiration, be a contributor. And if you want to be remembered, be the person who made others' lives richer, brighter, and more meaningful just by being there. Adding value wherever you go isn't just a key to respect, it's a key to legacy. And that's something far more powerful